he said yes, so he screwed me. You know who you are.
Calls me on stage. He's like, I'm glad you got the memo.
1 plate is a day's of work. And I'm like, okay, so.
Oh, that's what you think.
It goes, that's it, and like sends all the nudes.
Signing Antonio Prisco at the beginning of the video.
It sounded like it hurted you.
It sounded like I hurted you,
Sounded
dude.
like it hurted.
All right, should we come in?
Yeah, sure.
Hello, comrades. Welcome to Picky Cast.
Yeah, we're fucking Call of Duty Cold War.
My name is Vlad Danny. It's like Vlad and Danny together.
Do you know what the lie that we believe that one of our friends was adopted from Russia? That's true. But he convinced us for many years that he was also happened to be, even though he's an orphan, the heir to the Smirnoff vodka fortune.
That is true.
Not only that, he still to this day claims that his real name before adoption was Vladimir Smirnov.
Vladimir Smirnoff, which I think is like the carbon copy name of the vodka. I think that's like one day maybe the bottle rolled in his house and he saw it. He's like, I'm gonna be
there.
That's
me.
That bottle, I was just left in a cradle on the side of a Russian road with a bottle of Vladimir Smirnoff, so that must be where I came from.
All I can remember is that bottle of Vladimir Smirnoff.
It's like Back to the Future when like they read the underwear. It's like, is your name Calvin? Calvin Klein? Same thing.
But yeah, it was supposed to be Crazy Hat Day, but nobody followed through, so.
You know.
I mean, now I just look dumb.
like you weren't gonna wear that hat any other.
I would never wear this hat outside. Yeah.
Why?
Do you know that?
It's a Ranger hat. Fuck you.
I didn't even wear it here. I had.
Wait, what's wrong with that? That's a winter hat.
Why would like?
I don't know. I don't like these hats.
Like I understand not wearing it in the summer.
Well, I don't know. Did you guys ever know like the kid who always wore these all the time?
No.
Yeah.
One actually.
And he wore like
It's
pajamas.
it's like the fucking Holden Caulfields of the world, like that they're just weird.
Yeah,
I think this hat's weird.
It was that person's personality for at least 3 to 4
I mean,
months.
I would totally wear it to like a Rangers game because it is a cool hat and it's cold inside of a hockey game.
It's cold. Never been to a hockey game. Side note.
It's cold. Do you have to wear a jacket usually?
I believe like
hoodie and a soccer jersey.
Or just get drunk.
I've been to like a performance on ice. I picture it being the same temperature. I can't see it being different.
Yeah, probably.
Well, no glass, and they also weren't beating the shit out of each other, but
I don't know if that makes it
colder. Probably
colder
it probably makes it a
warmer.
little less cold, like the no glass thermal barrier.
Like I said, the strategy is all just
The
get
whole
drunk enough. You don't
stadium is
even need
cold.
to. You don't even
It's
need to
chilly.
think about it.
It's not cold. It's chilly inside
So
the
then,
hockey stadium.
have you ever been invited to a place or somewhere where you were overdressed, underdressed, a costume party where you didn't show up in a costume, or you thought it was a costume party and showed up in costume, like a mismatched dress
That's
attire?
the worst. That's whenever you get invited to a costume party that's not on Halloween, it's always a crapshoot about like how far should I take this?
Yeah,
I don't want because you don't want to be underdressed,
right?
But you don't want to be You don't want to be overdressed either.
Like, should I buy face paint for this? Like, is it that serious? Hairspray?
I'm not sure.
I'll give you one. This one time in when Sweet 16s were a big thing. Sweet 16s were a big thing, and one of my friends,
Still are, I think.
Just before Corona.
No, I mean when we were of age.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding.
If you came up to me and said, "Oh, I'm going to the Sweet 16," I'd be like, "It better be a cousin," I'd be like,
"Yeah, I'm lighting a candle," She's my little boo thing.
Yeah, exactly. No. That's what I'm saying. So not even a girl, my guy friend was having a birthday party. He happened to be 16. I asked him I asked him like, is a sweater okay? Like, we're just going to dinner. Yep, big mistake on my part. Even though he said yes, so he screwed me. You know who you are. I went. Everyone was in full suits. I sat down and I was like, "Oh, I thought we were having dinner." But like, he walked in with music, like with his like mom in his arm, like a fucking fist pumping. Like it was a Sweet 16 for him.
You have a lot of. Didn't you tell another Sweet 16 this pool party story?
Yeah, that was a girl.
You have a lot of Sweet 16 mishaps.
I stopped going to.
You just don't listen.
Yeah, that might be. Well, I didn't know the girl one. I fucked up. That one I fucked up. Yeah, no, I didn't. That one I fucked up because of that instance. But it was a guy. I thought we were having dinner for his birthday. I didn't know it was a Sweet 16. Like his family was there, extended family. It was at like a Howard Beach like venue. That's when I should have known.
Like a catering hall type.
Yeah,
of
and I'm in a
thing?
sweater. I might
God.
have a picture of me with my Bieber hair, a sweater, and everyone around me is either buttoned up, tie,
Or a
suit,
dress.
and it's just me. I wanted to leave.
Better be overdressed than underdressed, man.
That's.
You
Barney
stick
Stinson.
out more when you're the most underdressed.
I think you stick
Yeah.
out just as much if like you're wearing a suit to a daycare. You
Yeah,
know?
but at least then the people around you
Not really.
talking about you, it's like, oh, look at him. He's looking so handsome. He's spiffy. You're overdressed. But when you're underdressed, it's like, look at him. He doesn't even care. You know what I mean? I'd rather be
Yeah,
that guy who's like, oh,
I get
wow.
what you mean.
I
You know
don't.
what I mean?
That's fair.
Because it's not necessarily about sticking out. It's about that people look down on you when you're underdressed. People just
Yeah.
say, you're weird if you're
probably
overdressed.
smokes
No one
pot.
looks down on you for being overdressed.
I'm pretty sure someone I didn't know said like, oh, look at this fucking asshole. He's not even wearing like a button down. I said, look where we're having a Sweet 16 for a man. I was like, look where we are, you loser. You know, I was like,
is that a thing people do? Do boys have Sweet 16s?
no,
Well, it's not called the Sweet
Was
16.
it during like the
But
day or
yes,
at night?
you have a birthday
it
party.
was at night.
I don't know.
It's just a
It's
birthday.
just a birthday party.
Yeah.
Did he
Sweet
do the
16, yeah, I
candles?
feel like it's pretty gendered.
I don't think I think I left before he did the candles. I might have just got out of it. I don't think he did.
This one's for my lifting, bro. This one's for it's just somebody's gamer tag. He's like, I play Xbox with them.
No, because there was another person who had a Sweet 16 as a guy, or like a sour 16, whatever the fuck it is, and they told me like it's essentially a Sweet 16. Like they leaned into it. They weren't trying to hide it. So for that one, that was nice. I showed up in like a suit and tie. Like I understand. I already had my first blunder. Now I'm going in ready. But the first one, he put a blindfold on me and said, "Enjoy the ride." And I'm the only one that's been underdressed to a party. All you fuckers are perfect. That's what I'm.
I can only think of overdressing.
All right.
One
Well,
time.
so
I'm
like-
underdressed to everything, so everyone expects it at this point,
right.
and I'm just appropriately
JT
dressed.
show up in a tank top to the.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I had that.
No, what?
I think I already told it on here, but I was on a cruise and it was formal night, and I didn't even know what that was. I didn't even know what the word formal meant. and everyone's in suits, and I went to a magic show, and there's like literally probably 1,000 people in the maybe like 500 people watching this magic show. And then they need a volunteer, and then they see, the one kid in a tank top, a hat, and sandals, when everyone else is in fucking tuxedos. Calls me on stage. He's like, "I'm glad you got the memo for formal night." Just makes fun of me the whole time. It was great.
I don't remember.
That's
you
exactly
telling
why
us
they
that.
wanted you on that
Yeah,
stage.
so that was my underdress story. They pointed it out in front of 500 people.
I forgot where we were exactly, but we were just hanging out, and we saw wherever we were. It was like no tank tops, no this, no that, and we knew you were coming. We were like, oh shit, we should probably call JT and tell him. And then we called you, and you were like, absolutely in a tank top, got to change. So like you wouldn't have been able to even get into the place we were at. But we were thinking for you.
Yeah.
We were thinking ahead there.
That's great.
I don't remember. I don't remember anything.
Danny's perfect.
All right. Well, I'm usually
Danny's
pretty
sticky dresser.
I'm usually pretty paranoid about that stuff. Like that's like a big I would hate to be
Yeah, me too.
underdressed. So I'll call or text the person and say like what am I wearing here?
That's what
yeah,
I
it
always
was,
do
and the
too.
fucker, I did that, and he said what, like exactly. I sent a picture of what I was gonna wear, and he said that's fine, liar, lie to me.
See, I don't hit up the person themselves because usually if it's their event, they're gonna tend to want to overdress too. So I'll hit up other people going, at least like one or two people, and be like, hey, what do you plan on wearing tonight?
Okay, that's fair.
That's a good
So,
point.
That's
like-
fair.
I'll like try to match their style, maybe like try to one up it in the smallest way, so I
Yeah,
if anything,
I feel
I'm
like-
not
No,
the
you're
least
right. You're right.
underdressed.
You're right. You're right.
I feel like this will start to affect us more when we start to go to more weddings.
No.
Oh yeah,
People,
No,
That's,
people,
that's,
no.
that's like a set attire.
no. People. Oh, that's what you think. People have very specific things about what their weddings. There's a million different subcategories within formal wear, and people are very specific about it.
This is how I know you don't dress properly, because for a guy, any event that's like that, a suit and tie.
Yes.
Suit and tie.
That's
Yes,
it.
yes,
That's it. Unless you're in the
yes, no.
party,
And
then
then
it's
you
maybe a
with the tux,
tuxedo.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
What, Danny? What? No, you're thinking
mean-
from the girls' point of view.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
for the girls, it's
no,
completely
but even
different.
but even if you say like I mean just some people wear tuxes to weddings that aren't in the groom's party.
Okay, but you no,
But-
and
but
no,
either
and-
way, you'll still
and
get away
you'll
with
still
it.
be
That's
fine
fine.
with suit and tie.
Or maybe and then there's ones that are like more they lean more casual, and yeah, a suit can work,
And the suit's
but
still
but,
fine.
but I know it's a very contentious point of
You're thinking about girls, I think.
I'm not. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about men.
Then you're thinking
I'm
about
trying to
which,
say you wear dresses.
yeah, you're trying to think of which dress
No,
you're supposed
not
to
even
I'm
wear.
thinking about men. I mean, I feel like dresses are like I don't know. They're similar, like as in
No,
as
no,
in
no.
a
Jesus
dress is a
Christ.
dress.
Oh boy, no. But the point is, what I was gonna
Wow.
say is like more. I don't think there's ever been an event where a suit and tie wasn't essentially perfect. Like
that's not true.
like 95%. If it's something formal or like a venue or a party, suit and tie, you can't go wrong.
Dude, even
I
if you're
agree.
overdressed, man, like if it's not, if you're just going to a normal place, right, and you're overdressed, you're like, oh, I just came from work, you know. But a lot of people still go to work in suit and ties.
Yeah, I mean,
not so much now.
You could also
but-
like if you show up in like a tracksuit, you'd be like, yeah, I just came from my jog. You know, it's like technically you could do the same. Like I didn't have time to change. Now I'm underdressed. You know.
yeah,
like
but then you're gonna. I still think at that point you stick out more.
See, the only thing is like if I'm overdressed, I'll stay. If I'm underdressed, 95% of my thought process, I'm leaving.
Here you go, suit and tie, right? Oh, you're overdressed. Oh, take off the tie.
Yeah,
Take
take
off
off
the
the
jacket,
suit. Yeah,
unbuckle
take
it a
off the
little,
jacket.
unbutton a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
boom. It's
boom.
easy. It's
Bang,
so
bang,
mendable.
boom.
You can't. Yeah. Well, when were you overdressed? Right.
Me?
You said you were overdressed.
Oh, I've been overdressed to like dinner. It was I think it was a dinner, and they told me, it was like, oh yeah, it's a fancy restaurant. Like they were hyping up how fancy it was. They told me something like, one plate is a day's of work, and I'm like, okay, so this is a pretty fucking fancy schmancy place. So I
It
work.
takes a day to make.
Yeah,
Like a
they told me
9-hour
that like
shift?
like an 8-hour shift is like an entree there, and I'm like, okay, then this is, like
This place doesn't exist.
I was like, wow, this is a fucking fancy place, and it was like a big dinner. It was like 50 people going to this dinner. I was like, oh, this is gonna be this fancy ass fucking. It was somewhere in Long Island too, and I wore like
Now the place
fucking
definitely
dress
doesn't
shoes. I
exist.
remember I polished them and shit, like made them nice and black, with polish and everything. Fucking pressed my fucking ironed
The
everything.
address is just a McDonald's. Like it's so the other
Pretty
way.
much. No, it was like outside. It was like plastic tables and shit. Everyone's wearing like I was the only one in long pants and a long like button up.
You guys shine your shoes.
There was maybe like two other people. I polished and
Shined
shined
them?
my shoes. Yeah,
I don't. I mean, I don't even know where to go. Do
I got them shined once.
I do it
like
myself.
do
You
I
can-
find one of the guys on the street of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
city and like
Well, not in the
they'll
street,
do it for
like,
me?
you can
Or
do
like
it
a-
yourself.
Like
You
I gotta
get
go to
the
a
kit.
cobbler
train station or something.
train
No,
station.
you gotta go to the
Yeah,
newsstands on the corner.
The-
I thought those things are
seats.
just. I thought those things are like a tourist like antique show.
No.
Like I don't even think that those things still happen. I don't think I've ever clicked on a link and like immediately everything it's all over. You know what I'm saying? Like how people's fears like don't click on the link, don't do this, don't do that.
It used to be more of a thing.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
Like, they
Like,
would,
the way cybersecurity's gone. You used to be able to you could click on a link and boom, keylogger on your computer. And keylogger is what it tracks all your keystrokes. So it has it keeps track of every single
stroke
key you've
those
typed.
keys.
Yeah.
So and they could see ones that look more like passwords.
Yeah. So if they would look for an email, right? And they could search for @gmail.com, find that. I did this all before. I shouldn't say too many details when, but
JT hacker.
But and then once you find that, you just find what's typed usually
after
right
that.
after the email.
Right.
And then most people use the same password for everything, and
So
now you
once you
have
find the
access
pattern,
to the
yeah.
entire identity.
But usually people also don't like type normally like blank 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 37 exclamation, you know, like usually like when
Yeah.
you find that bunch.
Yeah, right now I'm going through a password audit, like because I was using one password for everything.
You've been using one password for everything
And then-
for so long.
and then
too.
but
Me
then
too.
recently, like I've been like, oh, somebody's trying to access your Amazon account in Cambodia, and I was like, oh, maybe I should. And so I'm going through all of them and changing them.
I think
Individually to different ones.
Well,
or
now
all-
I have like a password manager.
but what if someone gets into that?
Well, it has like supposedly it has that has like
Does that have a
extra
password?
security steps. It has a really long password, but it also has like 2-factor authentication or whatever.
Does anyone actually remember the security questions on any of the fucking shit?
Oh
I've ever
my
typed?
god, I hate when it gets to that point.
I never remember. It's like
Well,
when like the thing is if they're long, it's like where were you born? And
Yeah.
it's like I understand, but it's like
I was like, dude, I don't
it-
remember if I put the
but
hospital.
that's
the
something that will
cities.
never
is
change.
it Hospital America, Queens, Brook? I don't
Yeah,
fucking
right? I don't
Jamaica
remember what I
Hospital.
put.
I don't remember the.
I just have a
specifics.
list of certain ones that I use, and none of them are actually relevant to my life
Right.
because I figured, what's the security in that if my parents or somebody who knows me can just break into it? No. I want it.
Such-
I want
that's
to
a
be. I want it to be thrown off.
I guess so, but
So it's a lot of ones says what's your first pet? I'd never had a pet,
so
But
you've made it up and
but
you
I
remember
know
what
I
you
know
made
what
up.
my first pet is.
Giblets.
Spot.
I can't say it, obviously.
I think it's
Max.
Gimme, Gizmo,
If you were to have a pet, Danny, what would it be? What would his
Guantanamo.
name-
Yeah, what was his name?
I mean, I guess I have had
Fido.
a fish.
what's your mother's maiden name? What's it?
I guess I have had a pet, but we got this.
I forgot.
Swimmy.
That was
Yeah, it was
that was
Swimmy.
the first pet,
I forgot where I was going.
but
with it.
not my fictional first pet.
Oh, my iPhone. Like I had a note section that like had all my passwords, but like I kind of hidden traps in the own verbiage just in case someone got in. It's like a lot of them were
booby trapped.
Yeah, it is kind of because a lot of them were like backwards or like coded in spaces. Like half of it's here, half of it's here, and they would never really put it
Right,
together. And
right.
I would. And then my iPhone went. All this great information, we don't need it anymore. Get rid of it. The app just went delete everything. So now I'm also going through this weird password audit where I have to go through all these double steps, double verification. Blah, blah, blah.
iCloud, though. I mean, if it took to your iCloud, then that's
New
extremely
iPhone user.
not secure.
None of them are.
Yeah, but if you're doing the audit, you can.
That's
hook
how all
them up
those
as you go.
celebrities
Now I
got.
am, but now I don't even know if I want to now. He just said it's fucking.
That's how all the celebrities
Payday.
got hacked, got their nudes leaked. You know what happened is that basically when Find My iPhone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have to log in on there.
Yeah.
That was the only place where you could log into an iTunes ID, and if you got it wrong, like 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, it didn't lock you out. So literally, these
They would
people
try infinite times.
they would try infinite times, and if like they would just have a bot going that would keep trying on these. If you have the celebrity's email somehow, which like maybe you get like through their agent,
Or
whatever.
like you could cause like you could fake that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then now you have their email. You put it into that. You go into Find My iPhone, put it in, and just keep trying over and over and over and over and over and over, and eventually you got it. And now you're in their iCloud. You see all their photos, all their notes, all their.
That's a lot of work to watch Jennifer fucking Lawrence ride a weenie. That's
Yeah,
like
for
so
real.
much work.
That's what the people did though.
It's ridiculous.
And
I
there's
mean, you could probably stand to make a pretty good profit if you have a celebrity's nudes.
Hopefully these people are
Definitely.
Hopefully these people are heroes and they just put it up without profit, or else you guys
Well-
are just real dirtbags.
the guy who put it all up from way back when all that happened. Like got sentenced not that long ago. He got like a month in jail.
Wow.
That's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Not worth it for who? For him?
Yes. It's
Um,
not.
Yeah,
month?
definitely. But you don't think it would? I thought it would be longer.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah, I
it'd be
thought
way
it'd be
longer.
way longer. That's like invasion of privacy and a whole lot of shit.
I mean, that's like, I mean, like, I got you mean by like the hero because you're providing everybody with fat material.
No, I meant.
But I mean, really, that man is the villain.
No,
he's
no.
the villain.
He's a terrible person. I meant if he also charged for it and made like profit. That's probably the only reason he didn't go
he
away.
made
that
an
long.
OnlyFans
If
account
he
out
just-
of
if
it.
he just- yeah, exactly. If he just put it up and like no profit, no gain in that sense, that might be why he was sensitive. If he was making profit, he would definitely go away longer.
Right.
I would
Yeah,
bet that
true.
he wasn't making profit
You're
off
probably breaking more laws somehow.
think
that
he was
way.
just doing-
Now you're selling like unsolicited
Yeah.
porn
without people's permission. That's a
I guess
lot.
he was just doing it to be an asshole, fucking going into and just leaking it for no
It depends.
reason
It depends
whatsoever.
on what state you're in nowadays.
That's also
how
true.
much you,
But again, like yeah,
one of the top one of the top searches on Pornhub is always about it's like revenge porn. Like people really get into that.
yeah.
It's a very fucked up thing. And in a lot of places now, you get charged if you put
Revenge
it online.
revenge porn's a lot of Snapchat porn.
That's so rude.
It's a lot of TikTok.
Dude, you
porn.
ever seen someone like, probably who knows, but maybe accidentally, but post like stuff on their story?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
All the
dude, this
time.
one dude had just like him just banging this girl out doggy style on there, and then turning the camera and like, giving a real stupid
That's not
tongue
accident.
out.
That's not accidentally.
Yeah, but no, but he probably meant to send it to a friend and then put it on his story.
Yeah,
Maybe,
and then,
I don't know.
And then like this girl is actually dating somebody else, and now it's this whole problem.
No, it's just it's an issue.
I mean, we've seen.
I rarely film anything that I am not comfortable with being on.
that's a
within
good
anybody's
system.
hands.
That's a good system. That is a fair system.
But I know that people like that. Like people like Dave Portnoy's had his sex tapes released because he's a guy who
Several.
who legitimately just likes to have videos of him fucking people.
Right, but it's also when you get
Which is
to
weird.
But also, yeah, well,
little bit.
everyone's teach his own. But
Yeah.
but like the people who are at that status, you can never even know who you're picking to have sex with that won't do that to you. You know what I'm saying?
These are old too. I'm pretty sure those are like from like.
Oh
a
yeah,
long time ago.
I've seen them. I've seen a couple. Like I've seen a
Yeah,
couple.
I've seen them.
I've seen him.
I've seen, but I'm
seen them inside and out.
Not one,
But,
them.
but the real point is like you don't know. Like even us, like it doesn't matter who you are. Like you don't know who you're bringing home from a bar.
How's his cock?
I didn't. I didn't examine. I just It was on like the news.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It was on like the news. Like
I'm
Dave
pretty
Portnoy
sure.
was leaked, and I watched.
Also,
it.
I'm pretty sure he's inside the whole time. You know.
He watched too.
You watched
He
it. All
watched
right.
it.
He tried to
Oh, you
shame
definitely,
you for
you
it.
definitely. I mean, they're very funny.
He did try to shame
Very
me for
funny.
it. He examined.
I watched it. I've seen him in like memes, like on Twitter. Like you know that you ever seen the meme of like the people like freaking out at the bar? It's like the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah,
And they're
and
they're
freaking out at
cheering
the
him?
bar, but you can put on
Right.
you put a green screen.
Right,
you can put
right.
on whatever is there. Like I saw it in that.
Let the man like it's Barstool.
Man fucks.
Yeah, it's Barstool. He's the number one guy. Who should be begging the most? If that guy wasn't, I'd be upset for him. You know, it's like
Again, but the thing is, you know, you're filming now. You're film. Dude, so are you saying that somebody else could film, like the girl could film?
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's obviously a fear, but like if you set it up like you don't care, that's a double-edged sword because now it's like less people probably would film it, and some people would probably feel like more okay to film it now. You know, it depends what your stance is.
That's why I don't think I don't think I could ever do a long distance relationship because then that would essentially require you to send nudes back and forth.
Well, I mean, hopefully you trust the person, but like
Again, it's not
People
just
change.
about trust.
people
though.
change, dude.
People
What about
change.
you know what's really fucked up? The guys. This happened a lot in high school. I mean, I'm sure it happens still, but the guys that like were like talking to a girl, got the nudes, and then like after a month or two, when they probably said no to a blowjob once, goes that's it, and like sends all the nudes to everybody
revenge
for
porn.
no reason. Yeah, but it's like no, it is, but
Disgusting.
it's like you loser. Like fucking grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we also had the opposite. We also had girls leading on people and then sending videos of other things happening. Also, it goes either way.
It's
Like
a-
what?
Well, there was one where this girl sent the video around of the guy doing naked jumping jacks just to all her friends for no reason.
Ah,
I don't remember
Again,
that.
why you just don't film yourself in compromising positions?
Yeah, I don't
seems
think
so simple.
I don't think I would ever film myself doing naked
Like,
jumping
it
jacks.
seems so
I've done it.
simple. Just don't film yourself in compromising positions if you don't want those online.
be safe.
Or
if
do
you-
if you do.
No, but if you're gonna film yourself in compromising positions, make it so compromising that people won't want to look. Be like, oh,
Also,
I can't watch.
there's always the "my face isn't in it" tactic.
right.
I guess you can,
Plausible
you can
deniability.
send all types of different dick pics as long as nothing is in
That's
the
true.
frame.
It's like, aren't you the only one with the John Stamos birthmark on your leg? It's like, no.
And the
Oh,
tattoo
no, I
of,
read
of
about
your,
it
the
last
tattoo
week.
of your name, full name, last
Yeah.
and first across your ass.
Is that
that's
your address on your lower back?
oh,
Social
yeah.
Security there, I think too.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
like,
sure I see your
Tattoos
sister in the
probably mess
background
people
too.
up.
And that's not you signing the contract,
Piercings.
signing Antonio Prisco at the beginning of the video.
Yeah, that's not your face. That's not. I never brought someone back with like a lower back tattoo. Never even hooked up with someone with a lower back tattoo.
Any tattoos?
Tattoos have been present, but I feel like tattoos are so
have been
like
present.
tattoos are so easy now. And like it doesn't like that's not. It's not like that's.
I mean, the
cool.
stigma around tattoos is drastically decreased.
Yeah, but like
Which also defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah,
of
but
it.
not, but still not a tramp stamp. A tramp stamp is still like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like I see. The problem is, I probably like that would probably alone throw me off. I'd be like, no, didn't matter how good this was going. That's just my peeve. I'm not saying that's.
I don't
to
know
anybody.
about that, but I definitely see what you're saying. But the whole point of tattoos was like to be a rebel and edgy and stuff, and it's not any of those things anymore. Now it's normal to have one.
Yeah.
It defeats the whole purpose.
You know, it's
It
like,
really
oh, you have a
does.
tattoo? Oh, cool. What is it? Oh, yeah, it's my mom.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, look at this. I got it. It's Taiwanese for I love your mom.
I don't think you're these days for the most part. I'm sure it still happens, but you're not missing out on any jobs for having them anymore. Like as long as they're cover.
It just depends where they are. Yeah, like,
Business tattoo.
like,
Not a
like
Mike Tyson dragon tattoo.
right,
but
like anywhere in the
yeah.
shirt and shorts zone.
yeah.
It don't matter
Yeah.
unless you're like, yeah.
I mean, if you have some shit on your knuckles too,
There's
I'm
like a
pretty sure
huge-
they'd look at you like.
No, I feel like anywhere visible, like you shouldn't be like confused why you didn't get like a certain job. It's like, yeah, it says kill everyone on my knuckles. Like, okay,
And
That's
if
too
you
many
have like a
letters.
rose on your forearm, it's like it looks
that's
nice.
fine. Like, but
Yeah.
again, that's what he's saying. Like the stigma,
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's nothing.
Yeah, there's a large percentage. I forgot how much it is, but of our generation who has tattoos.
Yeah,
I still don't have my.
There's also a
first
very
one yet.
interesting revisit rate. Like if you get one tattoo, you're like 90% more likely to get another tattoo.
see, I don't understand that statistic. A lot of people have said that. It's like, oh, you'll go back. Once you go tattoo, you'll never go back. But it's like, because I don't have one, I just can't see like why I would You know,
I don't have one either, and I want like, but like I'm not like everyone else. Like I know people like, oh, I want you, like I want my whole body tattooed. It's like at that point, like just fucking go grab a Sharpie and just fucking color yourself blue while you're at it. Like I don't know. To me, I think tattoos are like sacred and like not sacred, but like you shouldn't. Your whole body shouldn't be tattooed. I mean, I think I don't. That's just me personally. Like I just want like 3 tattoos and then I'm good.
that's a fair opinion. Like yeah, they should have some more meaning than just like draw.
Then
I'm a canvas.
Let me get the fucking moon on my back because that's what I look at every night.
because I'm a night owl.
I would assume the reason for the revisit rate is because I feel like a lot of people when they first get a tattoo, it's like breaking the seal. You know, it's like because a lot of people are very nervous about getting it. They're nervous about if it's gonna hurt. They're nervous about just the permanency of it all. But then once you get one, those feelings start
It's
to
like,
subside.
well, I already have one. Why not get another?
I'm making fun of a lot of people right now. Yeah, but then there's people that it's like I'm gonna get a rose and then a starfish and a hummingbird. It's like none of these mean anything. These are like like if a child closed their eyes and pointed at something, that's it. It's like this means nothing. It means nothing.
We'll
I
never
forgot we
forget.
should ask you. Would you get another tattoo?
Yeah, probably. But I don't think honestly that it has to mean anything. I would like mine to mean something, but like also if someone just has like a sick skull there, I'm like, dude, that's cool. It doesn't have to be like, this represents my grandpa who died.
I have a tattoo idea that doesn't mean anything to me. I just think it's a sick looking tattoo.
I'm not saying that it should or it shouldn't. Like obviously it's your body. Do what you want. I don't give a shit. But the thing is like if I ask someone, oh, well, that's a cool tattoo. Like what's that about? And they give me like this like let's say this haiku. I'd be like, okay, that's a lot cooler than them going, I wanted this squirrel holding a nut. I'll be like, what the fuck?
No, not November.
I don't know. There is some. I agree. There is something like I feel like there's some people go the opposite and they like have to attribute a ton of meaning to each tattoo, and it's like just if it's a fucking bird, like there can't be that much behind it.
Now, like if it's a bird with like a machete,
like you just told a whole like a whole story of someone's life, and it's encapsulated in that bird. It's like no, you just like the way the bird.
It's like there's no context here. I wouldn't understand that. So it looks like a bird. I understand that too.
And it also feels kind of pretentious sometimes when someone has, well, I don't want to mention anyone specifics. They might watch this, but I know people who have them, and then they're like this represents this because this and this. I'm just like, dude, you just sound like a loser.
Yeah.
Like shut up.
I understand both.
I'm sorry I asked.
Because like even like obviously there's ones with a lot of meaning, like the semicolon tattoo. I won't make fun of that one because it's like. It's a little more than meaning, you know. It's like okay, this is a reminder of something. Like that's different. But like I picture also like if I would get a tattoo with like super meaning, I'd get like a shelf and like little things that mean.
Oh,
to
that'd be cool.
like little things that like mean
Like
to
a
my
trophy
life.
Yeah, like little
cabinet.
knickknacks.
But the thing is,
there.
that's not for me. I don't care. It's
Yeah.
someone asks me for it, and now I have to tell my fucking
Exactly,
story.
but that's it. No, but that's it. That's why I feel like the people who get the super symbolic ones get it so that they can tell this story when asked, like when prompted or whatever.
This is how I
And
lost
that feels
my
a little
left foot.
that feels a little weird.
Now, if I was like bitten by a shark or something, I get like a shark tattoo on me. I'd be like, okay, this is like, look at this is cool. But, like I'm not afraid of
You
nothing.
know, it'd be
bitch.
cool if you like a shark bit you and like your arm was missing, and then on the stub you got a tattoo of the shark mouth looking like it's biting you still.
It won't be 3D. They won't. It would just. Like,
Hey,
You're a good
fuck
artist.
you! Oh my god!
I'm fucking with you.
There's
Or
this-
maybe like a shark and he's got an arm in his mouth and you're like, yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that's
another
what
arm.
I'm trying to say. And then like for Halloween, you could just dress up your stub with the rest of the shark, and it looks like the shark is still there.
Do it, but if you're missing an arm from a shark bite, you don't need a tattoo for someone to ask you for that story.
Yeah, it's like what the
Yeah,
fuck
but I
happened to
did-
your fucking
I
stub?
only say that because I did see that on Shark Week one year. A guy got bit by a shark and he had this stub and he got a tattoo of the jaws on his arm.
I would probably do something like that.
I'd probably do something that just said, "Ask me about my shark bite." Literally, in words.
It's the same.
And Danny
thing.
would do it himself, be his handwriting.
Ask me about my shark bite. You see the thing a few years ago? It's like really well-renowned tattoo artist, and like people wait years to book slots with him. And he was doing like a pop-up shop where you just put your arm in.
See, that's
And
cool.
he
you don't
gives
get
you,
to
and he
decide,
gives you,
right?
and he gives. I mean, all of them, all the possibilities are on the wall, so you're not just totally
You're not
going
getting
in
like
blind.
a cock and balls.
But he gives you a random one, and like I feel like that itself, obviously, it doesn't mean anything to you because you don't know what it is. But that's a cool enough story that it's just worth it.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think there's one that tops that even more where like it's like this woman, like you can't even get a thing with her. It's like in India or something. It's like backwoods India, where you go to her, and you don't even get to decide. It's like she reads your aura, and then like just makes a tattoo, and like that's like that will never exist again, and that's why that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Well, have you ever seen like a tribal tattoo being given? It looks incredibly painful. It's essentially a bunch of needles and a guy with a hammer going.
It's like that. It's like hand.
That
It's like hand sewn tattoos. You know,
Stick and poke almost.
it is stick and poke pretty much. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. There's enough in there. If you want to get out of here,
You can find me dmore723 on Instagram.com and in your hearts and minds and souls. That's where I am.
Hope I never find you there.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Find me at JTHolden97 on Instagram.
You can find me on Marcin_Mears on Instagram.
you can find me at Aunt Prisco. Can't forget to follow.
Picky Boys Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, and that's it.
That's it, baby.
Woo!